Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Fun Size, and today we are taking on stage 4 of the Dragon Ball Super movie memorial event. Okay, and as you can see, we are bringing along the best team in the game. Let's be real. At this point, it's the best. It is the movie hero slash superhero team, and as you can see, I mean, we brought a Beast, we brought Gogeta, we brought the whole gang here. So, without further ado, let's jump into the video, boys. All right, here we are in the event. This is not the best of rotations. I'm gonna be honest. This is not the best here. I guess we do this, yeah, and then let's give him his 24 key. Okay. And then we do this. We'll float off Gogeta, get him turn 4. We're trying to optimize for blue here, right? And the reason we're optimizing for blue is because this event, I'm not gonna lie, this is not my first time doing this event. This event has taken me like 2 hours to actually get a no item run. 2 hours. 2 hours plus, I'll say. Right? Because something always goes wrong every time. It's ridiculous. I had the setup, boys. I had the setup twice, back to back. And this is the third run since then that I actually didn't get the craziest setup, right? But the crazy setup is you get both Beasts and Gogeta turn 1. You float off Gogeta, and then you have both Beasts already linked next to each other, and everybody else can kind of just get built up or whatever, you know, and then you're chilling. You're good to go, right? All the way until the end. And you try to make everything count all the way to the end. So our win condition here, our win condition is to get all the way to the end and not die, and then use the taunts slash, you know, look at me move and win that way. That's the only way. That's pretty much the only way we can win. Okay, now this rotation is not crazy either. Okay, so I mean, we're gonna have to move Gohan over here next to Beast. All right, that's really what we want more than anything. But this is not the worst thing, because then now it protects God Goku. That's what Beast is doing right now. He's protecting God Goku, because God Goku is great, but God Goku can also sell, because these guys in this event hit very hard. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, these guys hit so hard in this event that it's just like, all right, well, we tried, right? Like, that's what it feels like for most of this. Because when I watched God Goku after several supers and after supering and everything take over 500k, over 500, not just 500, over 500k to a super, I was like, nah. I was like, nah, it ain't it, man. It's not it. It's not it. It's really not. So yeah, we need to somewhat baby him as much as possible as of right now. Like, I know that sounds crazy. Like, I've spoke so much praise about God Goku all the way up until this point, but this is where he has hit his limit. That's it. Like, he can't do any better than this. Like, if he tries, like, yeah, dodge is great, but guard is getting to a point where it's not enough. And that's saying a lot. Like, that's where we're at as far as difficulty goes in this game. Like, what I mean by that as well is like, it's not even so much that it's without items or anything, because that's mainly what, you know, where the difficulty comes from, is if you're not using items. But remember, eventually they are going to keep restricting items more and more, right? Like, that's the nature of the game. Like, they want you to eventually get to a point where you're like, oh, I gotta have the new unit, otherwise I can't do the content, right? Like, that's essentially what it is. That's always how it's been. However, this right now, power creep is like so obvious. It's so obvious with this anniversary now, because Beast is the way Beast is, right? Beast has guard and damage reduction. It'd be different if they were like, oh yeah, you know, guard is enough. It's not enough now. It's just not enough. And it's actually kind of wild to see that the game has come this far. Let's go ahead and probably transform. Yeah, let's do that. Cool, 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 cool. I think we should probably float him off, right? I feel like that's the play. We float him off and then get him on the other rotation, and then we bring Beast over here. But for now, I think we can go like this and get as many orbs as we can with God Goku, and then kind of just keep it moving like that. I think that's the best course of action right now. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and another thing. The reason why this fight is difficult is it's not just because of how hard these guys hit, okay? Now, Gohan's obviously not going to make them look like they hit hard at all. But the problem is you see what he did to Gohan? You see that, right? We can't super. And then Gohan himself was stunning. So guess what? If you have any stacking characters defensively, they are basically stun locked in slot 1 if these guys decide to super before you're able to super and get a stack, which happens way more often than you'd think. This event is quite literally, I'm sure that it's programmed to have everything aimed at pretty much slot 1 and like slot 3. Slot 1 and 3 are literally where I've died the entire time. It was never slot 2. Never. Out of like the 2 hours, like 2.5 hours of me trying to do this, it was never slot 2. It was always slot 1 and slot 3. That's where we died. And it was just like, dog, are you serious? And it was always off of something stupid, like, oh, one super, one hit KO, and that was it. Like, I get KO'd. I'm like, wow, that was tough. Except it wasn't. That was whack. But I mean, it's just one of those things, you know. It's how it is. And Beast, like, if more characters are gonna come out, which they are, I said that really weird. I don't know why I said it like that. But just to think, like, Beast is just the start of characters as to where they need to be defensively to actually take on like the future content of the game. Like, Beast is just the beginning. Now we've got Beast and Broly that are guard plus damage reduction plus whatever, right? Like, it's gonna get crazy. We're gonna have units that are just going to need so much because of power creep, right? Like, the game feels good, but it feels good to have all of this stuff that is almost needed to do these events. It feels good, but at the same time, I can see where it's just like, man, if you don't got these things, you're not even worth running, which it's even worse now than it was before. Because before it was like, oh, you gotta have guard, or oh, you gotta have a reasonable amount of damage reduction. Oh, you gotta stack defense. Oh, you gotta do this. No, now you gotta stack defense, have defense on super, you gotta have damage reduction and guard and dodge. Like, you gotta have all of them. You gotta have the 5 right there. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, it is actually so awesome to see that we've come this far with the game, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, what else do you need on a character for them to actually be good? It's funny though. It is funny. But superheroes are such a ridiculous team. Like, you have so many options as well. Like, Tournament of Power options. You have the movies, as far as like obviously the movies that came out in Super, right? you got Realm of Gods, you got the now Dragon Ball Hero, right? It ridiculous. Or Dragon Ball Super Hero. Like it's crazy. It's absolute nonsense. But it's great. I love it. Okay. Now as far as like progression goes, we're not progressing too fast to the event, which is what we want. We don't want to be going super duper fast, but at the same time we want to go at a speed where it's just like, okay, oh, okay, we kill him here, that's fine, that's fine. We didn't get orbs, but that's fine. But the thing is like, once these characters passes run out, they obviously are a lot worse. Like they're not as good. So it's like, we have to have a sweet, like medium, a sweet medium that's like, okay, we can't go too fast, but we can't go too slow. If we go too slow, everybody runs out. But if we go too fast, nobody gets enough time to build up. So it's like, okay, whatever, dude. Honestly, we kind of gotta do this, right? We kind of gotta do this and take a risk here. I know. We do this, and then we probably get these. Yeah, let's get these. Okay, so this is kind of working out really well, because even if on the off chance that Orange Piccolo has to eat something, he's next to the other Piccolo. And this is significant because he's getting a lot of those Piccolo links, right? Without links, he's not doing too crazy with that, right? But with links, he's getting a lot more defense, and it makes him a lot more suited, as well as we're also getting healing, right? That's also pretty important. The fact that we're getting healing on top of everything else, right? Like it's all coming together, okay? It's all coming together. So also the reason why Orange Piccolo is so crazy on this team as well is because not only does he help Beast as far as get an action nullification, right, where he just cancels out an action, he gets that, but on top of that, it's another character that can completely save everyone for the most part. I mean, they save in different ways, right? So for example, Orange Piccolo completely saves by taking away the boss's super attacks, right? You still got to deal with the normals, and it rearranges the turn order and everything, essentially, right? Like that's just how it is. But at the same time, Beast can't cancel AoEs. Well, Orange Piccolo can, right? But Beast takes away every attack except AoEs, same like Gogeta. So they have different uses, so they're both viable, or all three of them are viable on the team. Okay, so if I had two Beasts on a rotation, or excuse me, on the team, that would be great. That would just be adding to the layer of nonsense that this team is. And look, we took 69,000, which is like literally nothing. It's like literally nothing compared to what he actually could do. It's like it's such a good tank. Like he's crazy. He's crazy. Like this Orange Piccolo is not a game. He's not a joke. He is most certainly strong and ready to kill you. I'll just be honest. But our team is very stacked, and I'm having, I don't want to say trouble, but this is like the max that my team can do, right? This is the absolute max. Like I can't go any higher. We cannot get much higher than this. We really can't. Okay, so I just want you to know, if I'm struggling like this with this event, I don't know what to say, you know. I don't know what to say. Now I'm sure that there's another combination or something that I missed up until this point. Like I'm sure of it, but at the same time I'm like, dude, this is rough out here. This is definitely rough. This is not easy anymore. Even with this team, I'm sitting here like, yo, this is, I mean, granted, I'm not using items, right? Like that's the big thing there. I'm not using items, so it's like, it's significantly harder. But that's because I like the challenge and whatnot. But it's also content, you know, no item run or whatever. But you know, it's definitely more fun this way too. It's also more frustrating because I know I could just pop a Whis or just do a Ghost Usher and call it a day. But I'm like, nah, that's lame. I don't want to do that. Please dodge this. Okay, well, you're about to see how much damage we eat for this. What? Remember how he said he can hit hard? Yeah, look at that. This guy, this guy with guard and stacking and all that. God Goku, remember him? 475,000, and we're not even at Beast yet. We're not at Beast yet. Remember that. We're not at Beast. This is 3 out of the 4 stages, or excuse me, 3 out of the 4 phases, right? That's where we're at right now. And we're slowly chipping away. Like, even with Gogeta and his crits and whatever, like, we're not even, like, doing crazy nuking damage. Like, look at all the damage we're doing, but then look at their HPs. All right, we'll do 1 super, and that's like half a bar, 3/4 of a bar, maybe even a full bar, and then that's it, right? And they've got like 10, 15 of them. So it's like, oh, well, we only need 10 supers. Like, it's ridiculous, dude. Absolutely ridiculous. This isn't horrible. This isn't horrible. And the reason being for that is because I wanted to kind of rotate off Gohan anyway, right? So he kind of helped me here. He low-key helped and didn't even realize it. Let's get these, and then let's get all of those for Gohan. Oh yes, okay, cool. And then we get a Dokkan attack too. Okay, this might be the run, boys. This might be the run. I'm not sure. I don't know yet. But again, I have been trying this event for too long to stop now. Too long. Okay. But then we also get the nullification of an action. We just get rid of one. Thankfully, he hit us a bunch before we do this, so it is gonna hurt. Like, this Piccolo is about to lose his life. You know, it's just one of those things. Beast, do your thing, buddy. Go ahead. Bow. Yeah. He's so strong. He's so strong, dude. It's crazy. It's craziness. I love it. I love it. Like, this is exactly what I wanted, dude. It's so good. Oh, I just would like him myself. I don't want to have to bring a friend, but since everybody pulled for him, I mean, there's no shortage of friends. I'll just say that. There is no shortage of Beast Gohan friends from what I can see. No shortage at all. None at all. So there's that plus side of things, right? So I'm not too worried about it. And then we got good old Piccolo with the special beam cannon, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know why he does that. I really don't. Any character that's bigger than average, I guess you could say, like any giant characters, always shoots it right in the dong, dude. I'm not sure why. I have no idea why he does that. Okay, I think we gotta use the kick, buddy. I think we do. I think we gotta use the taunt like immediately, because if we don't, whooped. Are you serious? 17 million crit and we took a bar? Like a bar and a half? Oh my gosh. He's got so much HP, dude. Okay, well, I'm very glad we did the taunt here, because I don't trust God Goku. Well, also, you see, we're not getting orbs either. So I don't trust God Goku by any stretch of the imagination. So, no. We're not doing that. Wait, no, no thanks. We're not doing that, buddy. But we are about to do as much damage as we possibly can, right? 7 million did the rest of that bar. So he's only down 2 bars right now. I need you to super, bud. These normals ain't cutting it. And you want to stop supering, and you want to stop altogether. Thank you, Gogeta. I really appreciate it. I do. I appreciate you selling. Thank you. I disgusting. But 16.8. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. This Gogeta never lets me down though, right? Right, buddy? Yes, sir. Keep it going. Keep it going. I want to see 4 supers out of you, bud. I want to see 4. This is 2. I need 2 more, buddy. Okay? 2 more. And then you are just, yep, 3. Yes, sir. 1 more. 1 more, bud. That's all I need from you. 1 more, and then we can try to leave at least a good portion of it up to Beast. Yes, sir, buddy. Oh, I love this card. This card was nice to me, right? There's a reason he was nice to me. He said, "Don't worry about it, man. I know you need a card that's gonna do the things that I need to do." And I'm like, "Yep, you're absolutely right." Because without him, I'm almost certain I would not be able to do nowhere near the amount of things that I need to do with this event or any of these events, because that's how strong these guys are. Like, it's crazy, right? But Gogeta was nice, so he decided to show up 3 times. Yeah, boy. Yes, sir. And this is actually kind of perfect. Yeah, I think we just we taunt with Gohan. Yeah. I just thought about it. Like, I love how Gohan just kind of walks up and is just like, "Hey," like that's it, and the enemy's like, "Oh, I gotta hit him." It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. All right. I mean, honestly, we could probably just cop these orbs. You know, like, what do you guys think? I think we should just honestly cop them. But at the same time, I'm like, Gogeta, but I think he'll be okay without him. I think he'll be fine. Yeah, these will do. These will do. That'll do. That'll do. Yep. Are you gonna eat a super? All right. Let's see how much Beast takes here. Let's see, because he already got hit twice. And double digits. There it is. From Beast himself, with an 18.4 million attack stat. What are you talking about? This character's crazy. He's insane. Oh my god. He's absolutely ridiculous. And then with an 11 million crit, followed up by a 14 million. Is it gonna crit though? Is it gonna crit though? Ugh, 8 million. Yes, sir. Yes. Beast. Oh, yes, dude. Yes, keep going. Keep going. Yes. Destroy. Destroy him, Beast. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. This is all good things. This is all good things. I'm not gonna lie, though. I'm not gonna lie. Next turn is probably our last turn, because I feel like it's either do or die. And I'm trying to do. I ain't trying to die. I'm too far to die, right? I've done this too many times already. Please. Like, you would think that this is like in the bag, right? You would think that. You'd go, "Oh, what are you worried about? This is in the bag." I've been closer than this. It was his last bar. All we had to do was survive the turn. And you know what? STR Piccolo died. Ooh, but guess what? I think this is our dub. Hey man, the cards were shuffled and they just so happened to land in my favor, because look at what we have here. Well, GG's, Beast. You had me for a little while. You really did. You really did. But I think it's safe to say It's time to go home, bud. It's time to go home. Yes, sir. Gogeta, wrap this up. Let's go. Let's get out of here. And there you have it. And there you have it. It's over, right? All right, cool. Yeah, it is. I had to double check. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This video took too long to make, okay? Beast is very strong. Honestly, one of the hardest fights in the game right now, in my opinion. He might not AoE, and he might not do things that are just completely unfair, but at the end of the day, like, he's very strong, and I'm very happy that they made him essentially end game, right? And my heart goes out to those that have not pulled as many units from this anniversary as I have to even be able to do this content. Like, this is hard, dude. Like, I'm gonna be real with you, it's hard. But anyway, again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.